What's up, future CPAs? Gearing up for the LCPA can feel like a marathon, right? Especially when you hit tricky topics like receivables. Well, what if I told you there's a super simple hack for one of the toughest parts? Today, we're going to absolutely master doubtful accounts. By the end of this short explainer, you'll have a killer method that makes it feel almost too easy. Let's dive in. Okay, so picture this. You're in the exam, the clock's ticking, and you get a problem with an aging of receivables schedule. But it's not asking for the ending allowance. It's asking for the bad debt expense. This is the exact spot where so many people get stuck and lose points. But not you, not after today. I'm going to show you the #1 trick to nail this question every single time, for real. All right, first things first. To really get the trick, you have to understand why the aging method even exists. It's called a balance sheet approach. And honestly, that name is the first clue, the first key to unlocking the entire puzzle. So, what does balance sheet approach actually mean in plain English? It means our first mission isn't to find the expense. Nope. The main goal, the whole point of this exercise, is to get the ending balance of the allowance for doubtful accounts, the ADA, perfectly right. We're trying to figure out the exact amount we probably won't collect, so our balance sheet is as accurate as humanly possible. So, knowing that, our first step is always the same. We need to calculate our target, our goal, the exact ending balance we want for our allowance account. Let's see exactly how that's done. Okay, let's break this down. It's actually pretty logical. You just take each age category of your receivables, like that 1.2 million pesos that's pretty new, and you apply its specific risk percentage. So we figure about 5% of that P 1.2 million might not get paid, which is P 60,000. You just do that for every single bracket, and then you just add them all up. And boom, that gives us our magic number, 350,000 pesos. Now listen, this is crucial. This is not the expense. This is our target. This is the number that absolutely has to be the final ending balance in our allowance for doubtful accounts. Burn this number into your brain because it's the key to everything else. So calculating that target was pretty straightforward, right? Maybe a little too easy. You know the exam isn't going to let you off the hook with just that. They're going to ask the real question. What's the doubtful accounts expense for the period? And this is where we shift from simple math into some real accounting detective work. And the tool for our detective work is a technique I call the squeeze. This isn't just another formula to memorize, it's a genuine exam hack. It turns a confusing problem that stumps tons of students into a simple logical puzzle. Let's master it right now. Now, the secret here isn't some crazy, complicated new calculation. It's actually using a tool you already know and love, the good old T account. We're just going to work backwards from that target number we already found, that 350,000 pesos. Think about it like this. The allowance account tells a story over the year. It starts with the beginning balance. Then it goes up when we recover money we thought was gone forever. It goes down when we finally give up and write off an account. And then it has to go up again for this year's doubtful accounts expense. All of that action has to result in our target ending balance. The expense is just the missing piece of the puzzle that makes the whole story make sense. Okay, enough theory. Let's get practical and plug in the actual numbers from our exam problem. This is where you'll see how slick this technique really is. So, the problem tells us a few things. We started the year with an allowance of 150,000 pesos. We had a nice surprise. We recovered 50,000 from an account we'd written off before. We also had to face reality and write off 100,000 in accounts that we're just never going to pay. And we already know our target ending balance, right? It's 350,000. So let's just lay it all out like a simple math problem. We started with 150K, we add the 50K from recoveries, we subtract the 100K for the write-offs. That brings us to a subtotal of 100,000 pesos. But wait, we know we need to end up at 350,000. So what's that missing piece we need to add to get there? And right there, solving for that one missing number, that plug figure that makes the entire equation balance perfectly, that is the squeeze. See? We're literally squeezing the expense figure out by working backwards from the answer we know we need to hit. And the answer is 250,000 pesos. It's that simple. If you take that 100,000 subtotal and you plug in 250,000, you land exactly on our target of 350,000. That 250K is your doubtful accounts expense for the year. We found it not by calculating it directly, but by solving the puzzle. So much easier. Okay, you get the logic. Now let's lock this in so you can do it automatically without even thinking when you're under pressure in the LECPA. This is your bullet review, your ultimate study hack for any squeeze problem they throw at you. All right, here it is. 5 steps. You can screenshot this, write it down, whatever you need to do. Step 1, calculate your target ending allowance. That's your destination. Step 2, set up the formula, the story. Beginning balance plus recoveries minus write-offs plus that mystery expense equals your ending balance. Step 3, plug in all the numbers the problem gives you. Step 4, squeeze, solve for that one missing number. And step 5, just for peace of mind, double-check your math. That's it. You've officially mastered this. So, there you have it. You've officially mastered the squeeze. You just took a problem that looks complicated and turned it into a simple, logical process. And that kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other accounting shortcuts, what other cool little exam hacks are just hiding there in plain sight, waiting for you to find them? Keep that curious mindset. You'll be amazed at what you discover. Good luck studying.